Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today we're going to cover my thoughts on who you should choose from the Rebirth Selector. So that's Anti-Venom, Dr. Voodoo, Cull Obsidian, Sabretooth, Viv Vision, and Night Thrasher. This video might be slightly rambly, I apologise, but hopefully I get my point across. It is extremely difficult to say without any additional context who you should choose from any Selector or Nexus or anything, without seeing the full picture. My stance on who you should rank, who you should choose, always comes down to what is a problem you are trying to solve. Now that's slightly harder with Nexus crystals, because, you get them there and then, but when it comes to rank ups, I tend to hold back until I have a problem, which is usually Alliance or Defense, but that's a different problem just for me. Currently, I could do 3 7-star rank 4s right now. I only have 2. I could push that to 5, but I'm holding off until I know exactly what I want. And a similar thing comes with the Selector. Should you take Cull because of his ridiculous damage? Should you take Anti-Venom because of his great utility? Should you take Night Thrasher just because you like him? And the answer to all of them is yes. As part of this event, we will get an Awakening Gem to go with this champion and a whole bunch of 6 stones. So you can choose one of these champions out of the Selector and guaranteed take them to, SIG 200 and rank them as far as you are capable. If you were to make a table of the pros and cons of each champion, it might look something like this. We've got damage, reasonable utility, survivability, defensive value, and a total. Sabretooth gets a 4 brackets 5, because if you bring the Sasquatch synergy, his damage goes bonkers, but without that, it's only a 4, and it has to restart. I'm not going to argue about the minutiae of this table. You might be able to update a number here and there. Fair enough, this is what someone might generally consider. And by this list, everyone should be taking Anti-Venom. But should you? There's a couple of things to consider. For example, me personally, I have 2 rank 4s at the moment, one of which is Count Nefaria, who I use a lot. He does a lot of things, but there's a fair amount of crossover with Anti-Venom. So do I take Anti-Venom when I already have a champion that can do that? I'm not hugely familiar with Anti-Venom personally. Am I going to rank up a champion I don't know? There's also fun. It's a game. And to be honest, I'm probably going to be taking Cull Obsidian. Is he the best champion? No. Is my other rank 4 champion Cosmic? Yes. Do I want to play a massive guy swinging around a hammer that looks like it weighs about as much as the average house? Yes. And so I will probably be going Cull Obsidian. I know BMcG has taken Night Thrasher because Night Thrasher means a lot to him, but if you ask the guy objectively, he will tell you that Night Thrasher is not the best one in the pool and is probably bottom 2 or 3. But that's the champion he wants to take, and that makes absolute sense. I know Grass is planning on taking Anti-Venom as soon as the Selector comes in, who I've put at the top of this random list. Does that make one of them right and one of them not? No. So the only way you can know who you should pick is to look at your own roster, look at the gaps you have, and if you can't identify an obvious gap, there are many videos out on YouTube covering all of these champions. I'm sure you can find 100 videos for every single one. Look at what you need, and if you don't need something, just take who looks fun. Don't stress about it. The champions won't be coming into the basic pool for quite some time, but it's not like you'll never be able to get them again if you find that you've chosen the wrong one. So, there you have it, my quick thoughts on who you should take from the Selector. It's really up to you. They're all decent champions, you'll get something out of all of them. If you have any questions, please do leave them down in the comments below, or consider joining the Discord server linked in the description. A great place to get specific advice, make suggestions for future video topics, and while I'm awake, I do my best to be there as much as possible. Thank you, and I will see you next time.